Navi's turn to ban.
No.
Navi's turn to ban.
Clockwork.
Naga Siren. Navi's turn.
Ancient apparition.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Crystal Maiden.
Navi's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds
so arguably
remaining.
their two most difficult opponents.
Reserve
Vega.
time.
M19 also a difficult one. Except Empire, and now they have to face Vega. So if they lose to Vega and Empire, then perhaps not as impressive what they did in the group stage. But Na'Vi still clinging to their hopes to make TI with this squad, and they are going to resort to the resident sleeper Naga Siren in the first phase.
10 seconds
Clockwork
remaining.
Crystal Maiden opening from Team Spirit. And certainly
5
Naga, a
seconds
nice hero
remaining.
to have up against Clockwork, and one that perhaps people haven't considered in a vacuum up against that.
Reserve time.
Sven and CK bans from Na'Vi. CK is an interesting one. I suppose they don't want to be snowballed on. They want to be able to delay with this Naga, and CK is certainly a hero that can run down heroes and buildings early on. With a reasonable amount of. So Dendy Puck more than likely could be General Puck as well for Na'Vi. Pycat has been playing Naga since before
Legion
Dota 2 was a
Commander.
thing.
Navi's turn to pick.
And they can always flex this back to support, right? Okay, so they'll pick the
Dire
Bloodseeker
team
now.
pick.
Sure up a little bit of
Templar
early game
Assassin.
team fight. And
Navi's
Spirit
turn
gonna
to
insta
ban.
pick the TA. Legion Commander there as well. Can just stand and fight against the
10
Bloodseeker,
seconds
but
remaining.
silence does do her a little bit of harm.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Might off there, I don't know what I can do with the sound issue, guys. Blame Moondust.
seconds remaining.
That will be in a couple games from now.
5 seconds remaining.
Again, big implications in this one, guys. Spirit secures a top 4 spot with a win. Na'Vi keeps their hopes alive. There are only 5 teams in the running for top 4 right now. So M19 and Empire are pretty much locked in. Spirit is looking to lock themselves in. Vega and Na'Vi inside of the game, both with 2 losses. So after this game, we'll have a very clear picture of who needs to do what.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
Tiebreaker,
remaining.
we're definitely rooting for Na'Vi.
Dire team pick.
Alright, Sand King makes it to the 5th phase, but banned out. So Team Spirit expecting the Tri-Core to be shown.
10 seconds remaining.
Still looking for most likely what is a safe laner of their own.
5 seconds remaining.
Faceless Void.
They pick up the Faceless Void.
Na'Vi's
Very
turn
interesting
to
pick. Doesn't synergize necessarily very well with anyone on their lineup. But very good against the puck. Seneko will be so it was a flex pick early on. General going to take the puck to the offlane. Pycat going to pick up the safe lane Bloodseeker, and Dendy Boss is going to grab up the middle lane Dragon Knight. Now, Dragon Knight, you may think has a crappy matchup against Puck, but it's not actually, well, first of all, Puck's not. You may think he has a crappy matchup against TA, but it's actually not terrible. Once you get up the Breathe Fire damage reduction and can spam out the wave a couple levels in that, it's not a terrible lane match. Iceberg should definitely win it, but he shouldn't stop in this one.
10
It also gives them a
seconds
little bit
remaining.
of push. It gives them a tanky hero that's difficult to kill off in the
5
Faceless
seconds
Chrono.
remaining.
I'm not sure where the Void fits in all honesty, this draft. This was a very peculiar last pick for me. Legion Commander wants to be in melee range. Templar Assassin is effectively in melee range. And then you have this big giant bubble that just kind of stops your entire team from attacking. Sure, TA can build a Hurricane Pike and throw in some attacks from the outskirts. But it just felt like there were so many Spirit. Anyway, they'll go for the BZZ safe lane Void. Not the easiest group of targets on Navi's side to kill off as well. Puck is certainly kind of the... feels like the reason that you pick the Void. The time dilation, very good against Puck, forces him to go Yule and or Lotus Orb. And the Chrono Spheres for obvious reasons also very good. So let's hop into this one, folks.
Prepare for
Team
battle.
Spirit looking to secure their spot using a BZZ safe lane Void. And quickly out to the top lane, and he'll drop down a ward that will give them a bit of vision on lane. Currently daytime, so you get a little bit of that. And for rotations in. Fiverr undercover the cover of smoke, excuse me. Did not drop a ward here. Mako thinking about it. And drops it right in sentry range. FNG, FNG, FNG. This is in, right? There you go. And he looks like he'll give it to his mid laner. That is just sacrifice at its finest. Alright, let's get these in.
30 seconds
This
to
is a
battle.
hard one. Will the tower be killed before 10 minutes? Total number of player deaths. This is CIS, right? I don't know. Heroes are kind of tanky in this matchup. When will first blood happen? Sure, 3 to 6 minutes. And I am not a biased caster.
The
So
battle begins.
I guess I'll just...
Time is money.
I just don't see where the Void. I do think Spirit is the slightly better team overall, though. But I guess that remains to be seen. Here's about my opinion. Vanscore's got a Frostbite. General could be a little bit susceptible to this. He will drop down a Radiant Sentry. I don't believe that feigning, harassing, feigning to...
First blood.
Ready. There is a time walk from BZZ. Then he's now stepping down. Once again, an early bottle, but it'll be very hard to. Against the TA, you know, a couple levels in Dragon Blood, and you can just kind of walk. Bottom lane, though. DK Phobos, cold feet proc. He does have the movement speed from the overwhelming up. Getaway and salve, and can kind of freely use spells as Vincere should have his arcane aura at level 2. So that's a really nice luxury to have, especially against a trialing. It's a little bit more effective. FNG gonna look to snag up this bounty rune momentarily. Dendi now has some space in lane, does pick up a level Dragon Blood. In general, still having a pretty good time top lane.
This'll come in handy.
FNG gonna snag up the bounty rune for his squad. So Neko actually doing a similar thing here. He has the net, he can throw it on the courier, but he's walking under tower range for this. It's a very difficult kill. Courier, spell, no. It's like a powerful thing, right? But it doesn't really do much. DK Phobos botting up the creep pull here, attempted by Biver. So, worth the overwhelming odds. Again, Arcane Aura by his side. FNG hogging up Dendi, trying to burn his mana. It looks like he was successful in doing so, else Dendi just out of mana. Does have a bottle, but is going to have to crow it. It doesn't seem like he can do that anytime soon, so Iceberg 20-5 to the 14-0. FNG making his way down bottom. Well, he will purge himself with the pressy attack, though. Nicely played. Keeps the mango, and he'll be just fine. FNG now. Looking at him for the moment. General. A little bit low top lane. BZZ. Very healthy. General, though, salves up as well. And with a salve and 2 tangos, BZZ can absolutely just body this pug. Major regen advantage in his favor. Vincere doing a little bit of jungling, as Crystal Maidens tend to do. And Iceberg continuing to widen the gap in this mid lane against Dendi. With the race for the rune top, Dendi will actually win it. And that's gotta feel good.
Radiant's middle
Can kind of
tower
spam
is
out the
under
breathe
attack.
fires now, reduce the damage done by the TA, control the lane a little bit better, get some last hits. And DK Phobos is continuing to farm away. Biver needs to be careful here. Sitting uphill though feels fairly safe. Rotation top from Saneko. General doesn't have much mana though. I feel like this is a killable target here in Void. Can't time walk through route any longer though. So they do have a lot of... I think he's baiting him in. BZZ will just casually walk away here. Has time dilation as well. General opts to use any spell on him other than Waning Writ. G nearby bottom lane. It is nighttime, so not sure if the Radiant had vision of him just yet. ZZ doesn't feel very threatened. They do get a pull off though, which is going to help General get a full wave under tower. BZZ will farm up the creeps in the beams. FNG now rotating down Pycat. He's going to catch himself an overwhelming odds here at the bottom. Phobos level 4 and looking to rotate through was FNG Pycat. Just in the nick of time. Back to safety. Warding up near the ancient stack, which is already triple stacked here from Navi. 2 bashes in a row. Nothing to follow though, but feels good. Now FNG gonna run into Seneca. Gets the cog off. Even if it does proc, will be out of any sort of dangerous range. Level 2 Arcane Aura up here for Vincere. Help out his squad. Go with the haste removal up the main ward. PK Phobos. Just soaking some levels for the time being. Pycat has eclipsed level 6, so there is a rough for a bit. See when he opts to make use of it. Vincere gonna be weary of his ward Iceberg. We'll find it. Gets the double tangle regen off of it once. Dendi, he's popped Dragon Form here in mid lane. Looks like they thought they could go on with Seneko, but Iceberg back out. Nearby mid lane as well. Doesn't look like they'll get much tower damage done. BZZ. D4 General's Puck has a Chronosphere, but doesn't have much in the way of contribution to that. Covering his TA's back. Switching some experience as well. And that's almost a full Mithril Hammer now for this TA. Seneko, General, all joining alongside Denvi, trying to get this tower, but instantly frosted enough is the puck taken out. Dragontail there onto the clockwork to try and prevent any further aggression, but the slow from Psionic Crash is going to allow him to get his hog range. Now Seneko and Seneko throws up the hand onto the clockwork with the full debuff already expired. Iceberg still has a refraction available, and the chrono from BZZ is a whiff and a half. And now BZZ, he's got to get out. As General returns back to the right, BZZ still behind the trees here. FNG with the cog, BZZ deep behind him. He's going to go down. That is rough. Secrets of events. Legion Commander going to come through though, gets the dual win off onto Dendi. And Iceberg still pretty healthy here. It's going to be a good play back with FNG when all is said and done. They get the puck early on, they get the Naga in the cogs there, and Dendi's Dragonite on the backside. BZZ just comes in and feeds, essentially. But Team Spirit coming out on top. Feeling good, feeling fine, level 6. Feels like he may have been able to get more out of it. Overall, sitting at 5th on Time is Iceberg, well on his way to a Desolator now. Just about 800 gold away. It'll be rather close. Smoke up from FNG on the low ground. Wanted to maybe look at a buy versus solo kill here, but he's going to make his rotation up to the Chronosphere down for 40 seconds. We saw that incredibly riveting Chronosphere. We made it to 10 minutes without a tower death. FNG rotating around mid lane, and the Psionic Trap will allow him to get in range of 5 after making full complement battery assault finishing him off. Seneko inbound with an invisibility rune, but no one else nearby. Can't make any return for his squad. Another stack here for Iceberg, and this will give him a full deso. Really good job done by Team Spirit preparing stacks for Iceberg. And an interesting little interaction here with the copper. BZZ Chronosphere back up online, looking for the Midas, and does have it shortly. Meanwhile, FNG again gets an AA middle lane. He's going to get cold feet up. But that'll be all they wrote. DK Fobo still down bottom. Chronosphere used up top. Vincere does have the frostbite on the back end, and one bash for BZZ. Second Chronosphere will be a good one. Vincere contributing to that as well. Freezing Field not needed, and they'll take out General's puck. Team Spirit with a sizable advantage here early on. Benjishka looking to eclipse that level 8 mark relatively shortly. Picking up an earn as well. Nico hasn't really felt very effective on this Naga early on, but does have that all-important Song of the Siren at this point. It is a massive cooldown out of level 1. This is level 8, doing well. Across the board, top of the supports. Kind of walked around. Got involved in some. He will get his TP cancelled. However, bot lane will catch Vincere. Use the Dream Coil, but pretty much have to back out thereafter. Now Pycat in trouble as well. Iceberg coming through. Does get the duel off. The Lucio coming through, and the Song of the Siren with a delay thing. Rocket Cart is there. Saneko is going to make it out. So the duel will not complete. Hookshot will not land either, coming from the west side. Dragon Form soon to expire.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
To be careful.
Radiant structures
kind of off by his
fortified.
lonesome, and now may just go down here. Off, but he's gonna get Dragon Tailed up. And Dendi with the Breathe Fire finishes him off. FNG not able to get there in time. Vincere just kind of out in no man's land.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Deso though up for Iceberg, and it'll be an easy tower for this TA.
Radiant's bottom tower
Has enough for the blink as well, doing extremely well farm-wise. They did a great job preparing stacks for this TA. General working on the gold is fairly it's higher than I assumed after that death from the Chronosphere. Still a ways away from the blink, about 2/3 of the way there. Iceberg going to show his presence mid and just back this puck off more than likely. FNG maybe looking to hook up. The jump forward, meld strike, one last right click. Gonna be dodged. FNG now. Dendi, who's farming away. Find it. Though down on the low ground. They just look at the Roche here. Do they want Dendi?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
All right, looks like the
Radiant's middle tower is under
around them.
attack.
It's a big stack here. They want to
Radiant
ensure that they all
structures are
fall
fortified.
and that it does not get stolen. FNG up on the high
Radiant's
ground has a
middle
rocket
tower
port
is
available. A
fallen.
lot of heroes nearby. They need their full complement here from Team Spirit. And Highcat is going to run uphill into a block. But he's going to hold up. Freezing Field is there. Blood Right will not cancel it. Iceberg will choose to. And Iceberg will come in just for the customary mid laner KS. 8-3 now for Team Spirit. Tier 2 being pressured. BZZ up top with his Chronosphere available.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I'm going to elicit a reaction here. From Navi. Already poking
Radiant's
at a
top
tier 2
tower
here.
is
15
under
minutes
attack.
into the game. Iceberg quite fun. Feels confident enough to just farm them. Easy illusion gold for the TA. He'll back out for now. Maybe take a look at Roche. We'll farm the enemy ancients.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And FNG will wait for TPs in the shrine. BCZ will beat on the tower. He'll walk back up as Dendi join the fray. And oh, Cardi.
Radiant's top tower is
MVP.
fallen.
Dendi.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
god. We're continuing to stall.
Dire's top tower is under
TK
attack.
was quietly finding his levels here. Hasn't really done much in the way of duel success. But really, with all the damage output done by Iceberg alone, really just needs to serve as that long duration.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
G looking for blood.
Radiant structures are falling.
The general's gonna reveal his location with an illusory orb.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Will reveal himself now. Top lane they see Dendi looking for
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Iceberg gonna finish off his tier 2 bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Setting up top lane is FNG. Rocket Flare is out. They do have the Song of the Siren to extract themselves from any danger. This could be
Radiant's bottom
a
tower
pretty
is
major
under
item
attack.
to have. Although it's quite the tanky lineup from Team Spirit. Very hard to kill them off. BKB already up for Iceberg. Hot Blink be damned. BZZ, nothing of the sort just yet. Looks like he's building into his Natus. Natus style, okay. Yasha gonna fly out. BKB, Yasha as well flying out. To farm crazily. Haste rune bottom.
Haste!
He'll be happy to grab that up. Team Spirit very patient in this one. Really talking about the implications of it. They essentially locked themselves in top 4 and really put Navi on the back foot. Navi will keep their hopes very alive, as well as put Spirit in the tiebreaker running alongside Navi and Vega. If they win. Icebot's gonna fly out. They get too. Meanwhile, though, on the high ground, and the duel, or any sort of fight occurs, not with both FNG taking out the ropes, but very cheeky move from Team Spirit. Using the element of surprise, you know the enemy figures that in the pit and around that area. Walking up to the high ground to find themselves a very wide play. Iceberg picks up the Aegis now with Blink, BKB, Deso, and Aegis involved. Feels nearly in the game. 5k net worth ahead of the next nearest enemy competitor. Which Pycat found out by a silent trap. He looks like they don't jump forward. Meldstrike takes half his HP away. He's still alive currently, trying to like deny himself the H. However, Iceberg will end up taking him down. Then he has a lot of armor, but the freezing field and the overwhelming odds are there. They're forced to use the Song of the Siren to try and back out. BK they time walk forward, right click him down, double kill for BCZ. So Mako also in trouble now. Overwhelming odds is going to be there. Duel even found, and the damage going the way of BK Phobos. 4 heroes on the sidelines for Team Spirit. The only one, the sacrificial lamb for Team Spirit, and he will gladly take that trade. Team Spirit march towards this mid lane tier 2, already at 50% HP. This guy's going to look to clean up the wave, but will be just a fraction too early.
Radiant's middle
And
tower
most of the
is
wave
under
not
attack.
hit by it. Iceberg put in some damage.
Radiant's middle tower
Give
has
himself a
fallen.
last hit there. Still has Aegis for the next little bit. Another 3 minutes. Over 3 minutes. Quick work of that. Looking for a Lincoln Sphere against the Rupture, the Dragon Tail. Could be very nice. As well, you've got the net through BKB, so you can't do wrong on top lane. Blink reveal from DK Phobos finds Viper. themselves effectively with tier 2. Meanwhile, on the south side, T-Tours, Iceberg blowing up. They do end up losing their Crystal Maiden for it. And Iceberg, Bill with Aegis, really undeterred here. Going to take out the last of power for
Radiant's top
Na'Vi.
tower has fallen.
In some respects, Na'Vi just looking outclassed thus far in this game. They tried to contest the ancient stacking, but still was far too diligent. Jump forward, they're going to catch the ability. Now big overrun, not connect. Waning Rift does hit onto 2 BGZ though. He's still surviving. Full speed does proc onto the clock, but the tower's going to have to kill him off though if they have any hope. And now jump forward, Chronosphere is used, Puck is found out, BZZ finds it, triple kill for Iceberg, mega kill streak for BZZ. Godlike. 0 deaths to the game, no deaths to the game. 22 minutes in, first lane of Rax. Not only threatened, but eliminated. 15 seconds on the sideline still for Dendy. No Dragon Form when he's up for 40 seconds. And there's really nothing stopping him from pressing forward here. Na'Vi, of course, no reason for them not to fight. Not entirely, but somewhat on the line in this game. This is a costly loss. 3 losses, which means they have a max of 6 wins. Pretty much all comes down to the match between Na'Vi and Vega after this one for Navi's favor. Nice Ice Blast here, but limited follow-up with Minions. And actually hits on 4 with the chilling effect coming to BK4 on the way. But they do get the Shrine in time. And they're able to back up to safety. They shrine up without their Crystal Maiden. Feels bad, man, for Vanscore, but he does have the Arcane Aura. MKB completed up on Iceberg.
For the twins.
I mean, this Ancient Arch version is a one-shot. Puck feels close to. Naga does have good armor, just naturally.
Radiant's bottom tower
Level 10
is
already
under
sitting
attack.
on 10 plus 1. Hook shot though from FNT is going to find Dendy. It is bouncing back. Sonic Trap is there. Jump forward, dual meld strike, and he is melted. 45 seconds on the sideline. Can he get off the sleeping tide? Iceberg or Ice Blast hits on 3 heroes. They get the coil off as well, but Iceberg just pops the BKB and continues to get to work. BZZ as well. Reckless Iceberg diving base. Freezing field is there. It's going to be canceled relatively. Here are going to, frankly, hold in this one. Come on, 26 deaths. Either way. Very strong showing from Spirit. Good drop from them as well. It just felt like that early Naga Siren pick. Na'Vi had really no choice but to take it back to support, but it just didn't